They're very docile and gentle, and they really love people.
What kind of cat is
not
this?
like most. It's a ragdoll. They're very special.
I cannot wait for this cat to
They're
tear
very
the shit out of his
special.
house, and it's like the most aggressive psycho fucking thing ever. Like, you were supposed to be docile.
They're very special.
They are. They're special breed.
Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shattered.
A to B.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shattered Cast Uncut, episode 369. We are 369 years old, and technically, according to our age, we have done 69 3 times. Once with a female, and 2 times with werewolves. I don't know why, but we just did it. It's not bestiality. It's really a dude. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso. Yeah. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso. You remember me for such films as Fistful of Man, The Pizza Delivery Guy.
What? Men? What?
Fistful of men?
Pizza Delivery Guy. And Debbie got her groove back. And joining me tonight are, of course, the Furious Four, but there's a little tweak in the scheduling. Coming up first, he's everyone's favorite mad scientist. He's also an acquitted serial murderer. The one, the only Mr. T2RX6, Justin.
What's going on? Figured that was me.
Yeah, I was also going to say he sells used starships online in his computer.
You want to buy a ship?
You want to buy a ship? Buy a ship. You show me American
My best
titties.
lotto.
Show me American titties, Anakin Skywalker mother. And, of course, he's everyone's favorite lawyer. The one guy who mixed the club jump with his anthem, I paid a prostitute to tongue punch my fart box. The one, the only Mr. Robert D.
Good evening, everybody. It's so nice to be back. I love being bi. Don't you love being bi, Oscar?
You.
Yeah, man. That's where you hook up with dudes and chicks, right?
No, it's when you're on every other week.
Well, what have I been doing?
Well, you're tongue punching your fart box.
Boy, my boss
with
is
werewolves.
Pissed. But here
You got
with
a fistful
werewolves,
of men.
69 and werewolves. They say, who's a good little boy? I smacked the microphone. And our special guest tonight, he was one of the founding members. He is not a fan of Beast Wars. He actually got the Hasbro tattoo on his back covered up by one that says Fans Toys. He's also the cover box artist for Fans Toys. And also, true story, once killed a guy in a Barney suit using only a fistful of peanut butter and his Combiner Wars Menasor, the one and only Mr. Bobby Scarface.
That prodigal son has returned.
I literally just pictured you in a bathrobe in a mask and hitting some poor guy in a costume. What are you doing? Just die. Just fucking die.
Shut up, it's lube.
Laura's supposed to give me a big wooden cross for Christmas, so every time I feel unappreciated for all my sacrifices, I can just climb on up and nail myself to it. Happy to be here.
Yay. And Greg won't be joining us tonight. He's just not here. But he's with us in spirit. And speaking of spirit, let's go ahead and
I heard he's at a nudist colony doing
stretches.
oiled wrestling matches. So I don't know. I don't know what that's all about.
Because he's all like, I'm about to plank this shit. Clap them cheeks.
Greg Baker and Mercy. Yeah, that sounds right. Hot yoga.
Speaking of spirit, if I ever asked anybody to bum a cigarette and they pulled out a pack of American Spirits, I would just pass. You know what?
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry I asked.
Those were good cigarettes.
My coworker there is like, he sees me vaping. He's like, and this guy's name is Felton. He's like 80, so he's like, well, what you sucking on that thing for? Have one of these, and it's American Native. It's a brand here in Florida.
It's like a knockoff American Spirit.
Pretty much.
Sounds like.
He's like, hey, one of these. This is real good. I'm like, no, I'm. Where the fuck did you get though? I get them at the little butcher shop there on 40. It's a very rough neighborhood. So I was just like, no, man, I'm good.
They cracked the American Spirit. I'm like, oh, no, I said, do you have an extra trigger vet? They're like, what? I said, what? And I just walk away.
A trigger vet. There's a veterinarian just sitting there going,
I roll my own American Spirits. I used to buy American Spirit tobacco, papers, and everything, and roll them.
Oh God! Of course. How much did that run?
Of course, $5,000.
The rolling paper was made out of 24 karat gold.
Baby skin.
It was called Ragdoll.
Right.
Anyway, so anybody got anything? Robert.
I got a cat.
I got a kitten.
This is Ellie's birthday, so technically she got a kitten. And Lisa also wanted to get her because she was begging. She's been begging for a kitten. I've been against it for weeks and weeks and weeks, saying, hell no, I'm not getting another cat. Hell no. I don't know how, but all of a sudden, 2 days, it was like a week before birthday, I'm like, fine. I gave in.
That's how it works.
It's like I it's caved, and it's like so soft, Brooklyn soft. What can I say? I'm out in Jersey, man. Out here, you got to do things you lift wood and do home repairs and shit. And I'm like, as soon as
That's
I
not everywhere
scuff
in New Jersey, young man. Let's make that clear.
You understand? I lift wood, get a splinter, or if I'm washing dishes with a rough sponge and I get a blister.
Oh my God, I can't handle this conversation already.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I know.
Every time something like this happens,
I do not understand Robert's sexual exploits going on where he lives.
Washing dishes,
lifting
with a rough
people's
sponge.
wood, washing.
Get the splinter. Going up into my attic today to change an air filter.
If you don't strangle that cat until it dies, you're a pussy.
Every time something odd happens where I get hurt a little bit just because I'm super soft, I just have I hear Bobby's voice in my head calling me soft. Every time.
I mean, the rough sponge.
I got a blister. I couldn't believe it. I know. I'm like, wow, you're so soft.
Do you ever ask yourself what my father thinks?
No. No, I think I hear you calling me soft. And I agree.
Good grief.
I'm like, I got a splinter picking up a piece of wood today because I wanted to make a little fire in the backyard. I got a splinter. And I was like, ah. And I just heard soft. Swear to God. My knee hurt. I got a bruised knee somehow from kneeling funny on a carpet.
Hey, you.
Swear to God. I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I'm like, oh, whenever I lean down, it feels really weird on the skin. And every time it happens, I just hear, oh, you're so soft.
Yeah, man, you got lily pads again.
Oh,
as my dad used to call it, whenever I had to do something and I was like, oh, my hand hurts. But, you got lily pads for skin.
I'll tell you what, though, that kitten, it's really soft.
Oh, it better be.
Super soft.
It better be real
5
soft.
grams soft. That's fucking
shit. It's a secret how much it costed. We got a tire swing. I'm like, I don't want a tire swing because the fucking trees are 80 feet tall and the branches start 30 feet up. I'm like, what the fuck? And the neighbors have a tire swing. I'm like, I don't know how the fucking neighbors hung their tire swing up 30 feet in the air, but I'm not them. They grew up here. I get fucking blisters cleaning my dishes.
It's because they hire a guy named Juan who has a ladder.
Nope.
Juan and Miguel go up there and build the tire swing.
No, they don't.
They all do it themselves here. This guy built this house with his own hands. The guy next door, everybody around here does everything themselves. You hear them shooting their own guns in their backyards and fucking doing their own shit. And I had to call a tree guy out to come. He's gonna come later in the week and hang my tire swing.
You gotta go out supervising with a pair of sunglasses, ice cold cup of lemonade, with a cigar. Just sitting going, looking good, guys. It's looking mighty fine.
All I can offer do is offer people water. Want some coffee? Want some water? Because you're more of a fan than me.
Want some coffee? Want some water?
Got your little apron on that says "Kiss the Cook." You guys don't have to if you don't want to. It's okay. Tee.
Anyway, yeah.
So what'd you get this week?
I didn't get any toys. Nothing came this week. Sad face. I did know it. Maybe I got the Magic Square Bumblebee.
There you go.
Magic Square Bumblebee. Got that. I got to send that to Bubby to break. You know, it's crazy. He comes with. I thought it was 8 washers, and I didn't know what the washers were, like little rubber washers. And I realized his tires weren't installed for some reason. Like you have to install the tires yourself, but they're just rubber washers.
Fuck you, do it yourself, American.
Did you call a guy to come?
I had to call a guy.
Did you use your phone with your
Send it to me. It's at my house. Waiting.
Ooh, I also got the replacement part to the clear Phoenix. I broke my clear Phoenix, Bobby. I tell you that because I decided to just try to stand him up in robot mode without looking at the instructions. So I was figuring how hard could it be, and I said because he comes with his feet folded in, but in order to fold the feet out, you actually have to flip some flaps, and they're pegged in, and I didn't realize that, and I snapped one off. I had to fucking go crawling back to Fans Toys asking him for a replacement part, and I didn't even blame them. I was just like, it snapped,
Did they respond?
Yeah, they sent it immediately. I got it like a week ago. So that's funny because the word was that wasn't Fans Toys.
That's nice of them, providing that, when they look at that Facebook group you're in and they see you post dildos or constantly write what figure is this, they're like, he's American.
That
constantly write what figure is this?
That I do. No, I can't do that anymore because that Facebook group, the Fans Toys Masterpiece official Facebook group, all that it's become an echo chamber. It's like Smokey came out, and literally every post is somebody saying Smokey has arrived.
He's here.
And they have. He's here. Finally, Smokey's here. Got my Smokey. It's like no one fucking cares.
Crappy day just got better. Smokey's here.
So now when everybody posts about their Smokey, I post a GIF of the guy from what's that with the kaiju? What's that movie with the kaiju? Pacific Rim, saying reset the clock. and then it used to be when Thomas was out, after the Thomas has arrived posts, you'd get what's this purple piece? Everybody, what's this purple piece? Because apparently a filler would fall out in the box for a lot of people. Everybody, what's this purple piece? So it would be Smokey has arrived. What's this purple piece? And then when the Phoenix reissue came out, so these were all coming out around the same time, you got all the people who were dying to get the Phoenix after a year. It's like, look, you got a reissue. You don't need to post that you got it. No one cares. It's old news. Be happy you got it. Maybe if you do something cool, take a picture and post it. But no one fucking cares that you got the figure. It's not new. You're not like one of the first people to say, look, I got it in hand. It looks great. Blah, blah, blah. You lost that a year ago. And then people, when they post the Phoenix, he's in Oompa Loompa state. They haven't put the hips down and the arms up. And it's just like the backpack's down. Like they haven't transformed. They stand him up. They say how glorious he looks. And he's standing there with like high waters. So it's either Oompa Loompa Phoenix, what's this purple piece, and Smokey has arrived. And every other one of them is reset the clock. Reset the clock. And I'm pissing so many people off. But now, like recently, somebody asked for a figure at a reasonable price. They finally did it after like 8 months. And I just immediately said, this is the most refreshing. That reasonable price post was so refreshing. I mean, I never thought I'd look forward to that. Oh, my God, because it was refreshing. Many people actually agreed with me.
The way you talk about that group, I always pictured their members to talk like, the Mr. Howell from Gilligan's Island, like just so snobby, like, oh, he doesn't know where the piece goes. Go ask the cafe, but careful, they'll steal your identity.
Man, and it's funny. It's like somebody once called me a Cancer, and I told him, no, I'm not. I'm a Libra. Don't assume my zodiac. People always report me, but the admins know, and they know me, and they're like, they don't do anything.
I'm just trying to show how happy I am my Smokey's here. This cocksucker posted a photo of a bouncy ball with a dick on it. Smokey's son of a bitch.
The best was, people tend to say Smokey has arrived and his ears are folded back. It's usually Smokey with no ears or Phoenix with a stumpy leg.
Smokey with no ears.
Yeah, it is. It's just it used to be the Maverick with the shoulders fucked up. Nobody bothers to transform it properly out of box before taking their picture. It's like that's all they care about. You get that instead of like playing with it and figuring it out and stuff. They want to get that pick in, and it's like they want to be that first person to post. But it doesn't matter that it's a year later. How stupid do you look? You can spend 5 minutes fixing the shoulders or the ears or the legs.
Yeah, but
nobody's waiting with bated breath.
They need that little bit of validation from their little groups, little thumbs up and the heart emojis or the care emojis, of them posting it on there, because that's going to make their day. Not knowing that they just busted their ass and they have a legit income and they earn that little figure they took a photo of, but that's doesn't validate it. That post, that he's here, behold, he's here.
It's in the other groups and people don't like. It's in the other groups where I keep when I lay low and I only ever comment. Well, the only time I do comment, so no one knows who I am, that's when I say, "What figure is this? What figure is this?" And then somebody always responds. I do that on Bobby's page. Bobby will be like, "Oh, coming tomorrow," and it's like some figure. I'm like, "What figure is this?" Somebody will respond.
Helpful helpers, man.
Usually my toy too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got. I got Magic Square B, and he's actually quite. I wasn't expecting much. The photos I wasn't too impressed with, and Greg hates him because Greg has very bad luck with getting new figures. Many of his I think he breaks toys and loses stuff, and he's not the kind of guy to admit to it. You know him. Search your heart, Greg. You know it's true. But that Bumblebee, he hated the fact that the little wheels, the rubber tires were missing, that they were in a bag. Apparently, he only got 4 instead of 6. I got 8. And comes in a tiny little gray gun. Teeny. Smaller than the New Age gun. It's so tiny, you'd think it's a piece of flash or something. So he said there's no gun. I was like, bullshit, you fucking lost the gun and you know it, But Greg said, no gun, 6 tires. He's pissed. He hates the figure. He said he had to tighten joints. You ain't tightening shit on that thing. It's the size of like a fingernail, But it's really well articulated, really cool transformation. I love alt mode. It's a penny racer, It's pretty cool. For what it does, it has that little Magic Square magic. There are Magic Square figures that have some element. That masterpiece moment, but for a Legends, they do that. Like with the legs, the legs expand out to make them wider so the proportions are better. They didn't have to do that. Little things. And it borrows a little from the MPB in the transformation. And it really works. It's really fun flipping them around. But that's it. That's all that I got. So big things can come in small packages.
Yep.
And I got a kitten.
Says every man with a micro penis. Justin, what'd you get this week?
Yes, sir. So I did get some things this week. Not by choice, actually kind of by choice, but BBTS is like, hey, your shit's been sitting here too long. I'm like, I don't fucking care. They're like, no, you gotta ship it. I'm like, but Smokey hasn't hit yet. They're like, you gotta ship it. So I shipped it, and Smokey came like 2 days after I shipped it, which was
of course.
As expected. So that's also been shipped, but the BBTS way, right? So it was a very Hasbro-filled week this time. It makes me feel a little dirty, but it's okay. It's okay to be dirty once in a while, except if you're at, a convention. You shouldn't be dirty there. Anyway, I got the Lightning can't speak. A stroke. I've got a stroke.
What?
Well, it sounds like I'm stroking out. But anyway, I got the Lightning Collection, Yellow Ranger and Black Ranger, which is really funny because they all have their unhelmeted heads, so you can make them look like they did on the TV show. And I'm like, oh my God, Hasbro has never seen a black person or something before, because the Black Ranger looks absolutely nothing like the character. He looks like some zombified, disgusting, super messed up version of the figure. The face is so horrible. I'm like, who are they looking at? At first I thought it was it's gonna sound terrible. It looked like it was a really dirty white person. The face.
Oh my
wow.
God.
What is wrong with
blackface.
guy's face? And
that is T2RXis at shatteredcastonline at gmail.com.
I'm gonna take a picture. I'll take a picture of the face tonight.
You should hear what you said about Dame Chuck.
Like, it's awful. I was like, oh my god! Like, I showed it to Adele. She's like, who's that supposed to be? I'm like, that is supposed to be.
He's not
You know, it's gonna be bad if he actually looks like a normal black person. You're gonna look like such a horrible person.
Isn't he? He's the one that's in jail for a DUI,
right? Is he? I don't know.
Justin's getting worried now.
I got choked on some spit.
Only two people of color that listen to our show is no longer listening.
Oh yeah,
down
Bobby,
to
first of all, nobody listens anymore. We have like 2 views.
Let me see if I can find it.
We get 2 views. That's one is when Justin's checking the editing, and the second one is when he's checking to see if it uploaded. That's it. Nobody listens anymore. And we changed the format, but apparently it's changed back.
Okay, I found a picture of it. Okay, so it looks like the blue Power Ranger, like his face, but like they kind of tinted it. Like, I'm gonna send it like
blackface.
And also let me find. It does. It does. It should be offensive. Let me see if I can find a picture of Zach here.
Hold on.
Or not the helmet. Okay. So here, I'm going to send some pictures to chat. I think I know which
Hold on.
to use, so I'll send that as well. Hold on.
I'm recording. Send it to all of us.
Yes, please do. Go ahead. While I'm saving these pictures to my computer.
Okay.
All right. So let's see.
So what's everybody wearing?
Okay, great. So anyway, this is the Black Ranger, right? Like, God damn you, racist Bandai motherfuckers. So this is what he looks like, right? And then this is, where is the Hasbro thing here? There it is. There is the toy with the Black Ranger, quote unquote Black Ranger face. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy?
Oh,
It's bad.
Yikes!
That does look like the Blue Ranger, actually.
Uh-huh. It's like, I'm like, did they take the Blue Ranger?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Make it like, not even black. It's like kind of darkened the skin. Like he looks sick. Like it looks right. It's definitely
he does look sick. He's like, I have cancer.
So anyway, I got them. I got the Earthrise, Sunstreaker, Run Amok, and Trailbreaker. And Sunstreaker is a legitimately impressive little figure. I like him a lot. And outside of that, I got the Figuarts Full Power, or Final Battle, I guess they're calling him, Jiren. Who's okay. He's fine. Not my favorite.
You still getting that stuff?
Some of them. So,
See, Bobby, it's a phase. You're phasing out.
It all depends.
Yeah. So I got that, and I got a couple of the non-F like filler parts for various Earthrise stuff to make them not look like they were made by Hasbro. 2020, 2021 Hasbro.
Oh, okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
You know what you were right about, Robert, that the world does kind of owe you an apology on?
What?
Is Pacific Rim figures were Phase Life.
I knew they would be. Everyone went in on those hard, and I was like, no.
Oh, wow, the static is coming. The static is coming. Okay. That's horrible. It is a phase life. So is Mythic. I feel like Mythic Legends or Mythic Legions. What is it?
No, it's Cystic Legions.
Cystic, really?
That shit's a phase life that people won't accept. They refuse to let it go, because if they let it go, they'll be admitting that it's a phase life. So they're spending their money. You have no connection to any of these figures. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
But they got a Gladiator. Yeah. Look out.
Yeah, the Mythic Legion did like the type of thing. I'm like, I could see picking up one of those figures, and that's as far as my interest in the collection goes. Like, oh, that guy's badass looking. I'm done. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, they're cool looking. Like, I just don't give a shit. Like Chris has a ton of them.
Of course, that's why you can't bash it.
No. Like, and they look fucking great. I mean, the first time I saw a whole bunch was at JD's house. Like, he's got a fucking ton of them also. But it was like, dude, Robert, you fucking suck. But it was but yeah, like they look cool. I just like, I don't know. I mean, fucking, cityscapes look cool. I don't need a toy of it. Like, I don't understand. But it's not. I think they're for toy fans that just like cool looking action figures, and that's fine. It's just not. That's not what I'm in it for. It's so weird. I keep getting this notification, Robert, that you've sent another GIF, but you have not.
Oh,
Is anybody else
awesome.
getting a notification?
Yes.
Constantly?
I just sent them. That's awesome. That's beautiful.
I just got another one.
Who has iPhones?
Nope.
Did I make another one? Just, hey, I'll send them the image I made of you earlier today.
Or don't.
Bobby is very artistic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, what'd you get this week, man?
I got a cat.
Huh?
Yeah, set me back a few.
No, what's cat? What's cat? Oh, you got a cat. Oh,
yeah.
Whatever. You got Daenerys. That was like $20,000.
I did get Daenerys. I did get a quarter scale Prime 1 statue of Daenerys. Actually, it's a I thought of you, Justin. It's a collaboration with Prime 1 and Blitzway.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's but I'll tell you, I broke 3 fucking dragon toes putting it together. Yeah.
You have to flip out at Robert now because he's laughing at you. Remember that.
I don't think this statue life is working out for you, Bobby. I don't think it's working
Dude,
out for you.
So I'll tell you, like Laura came, Laura helped me put it together, and we couldn't get it. We couldn't fucking get it. It's hard to explain, but it's a tolerance issue. So
you can't tolerate delicate things.
Yeah, that's it. So this one dragon has to plug into this couch, and as you do it, it has to be lined up perfectly. If it's not lined up perfectly, one foot will go in further than the other. If one foot goes in further than the other, you can add extra pressure, which has one of the feet kind of more deeply sank into the into the couch. So you end up trying to push it in, but what you're doing is just putting pressure on the one foot and not the other. It's hard to explain, but it ended up cracking 3 fucking toes off of it eventually. But
is that why you sat her down in a catcher's mitt instead of the couch?
What did you say about a cat?
Is that so? She has soft goods, huh?
Yeah, the dress. And here's another thing about the dress. So, if you look at the picture I sent, if you look at her necklace, her necklace is attached to a scarf, and the scarf runs down the center of her chest and then underneath her belt and then out, right? But when I got it, the scarf was out of the belt, so Laura had to take a spudger and shove it underneath the belt and pull it through the other side. And it's it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's when you spend fucking this much money for shit and it's not fucking perfect, it's a fucking bummer. Yeah. I mean, it's like buying imagine a really expensive cat.
Mm-hmm.
It's
supposed to be docile, and it just shreds your family.
It just knocks your cup off of the fucking kitchen countertop
while it stares at you.
Dude, I keep getting this fucking. I'm getting ready to leave this group. I keep getting this fucking notification. It's obnoxious.
Man, just mute it.
Oh my god! I just got another one. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I got the only person might appreciate this on this pod is Oscar. I've got a DC UC Plastic Man.
Whoa!
And he's not easy to get.
No, he's not. Nice.
No. Yeah, I sniped one on an eBay auction last minute.
How much?
It was like 80 something. It was expensive.
Yeah.
But not as expensive as they go for regularly.
Yeah, that's really, really cheap.
Yeah. And anyway, he arrived today.
So
I put him in my little diorama, my little Fortress of Solitude, except it's not Solitude at all. It's like Fortress of Company.
How are you?
So jealous.
How are you posing him with the long neck and the spatula hand? Is that what you're doing?
No, he's just standing there. I should take a picture of it, send it, but he's just standing there, hanging out. He's got a big old cheese on his face. He's just happy to be there.
No, I'm Plastic Man. That's what's up.
Plasticky?
Exactly.
What about the ball and the paddle? You're not doing the ball and the paddle?
No, did you just Google it?
With the spring legs? The springy for the little legs?
Yeah, he Googled it.
No, I didn't use it. He Googled it. No, I didn't.
You should just make a dialogue
Gotta
balloon,
give a long neck,
Bobby, that has him say, "I'm Plastic Man. I solve crimes and stuff."
Nope. He's just
Someone's been murdered.
He's just hanging out. He's just hanging out with a big old smile on his face. He's just happy. He is like at one point today, he was the happiest person in my house.
Oh no!
Just kids, man.
So did you put you can put it comes with a free pair of sunglasses, doesn't it?
It does.
Whenever you're feeling sad, just put on the sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really nice pull, though. Really, really nice haul.
Yeah.
I'm like super jealous. I always kind of wanted one, but in those prices, I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's a rough, especially for that character specifically. It's a rough purchase.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Nice haul.
What did you get to review this week, Bubby?
I reviewed your Devastator. Your do you want to hear some real poetic justice?
What'd you break?
So I didn't break anything, but you sent me something, and I was supposed to put a battery in it. It was a Quintesson.
Yes.
I was supposed to put a battery in it, but I couldn't find the batteries. So then you got upset, and then you sent me just an Amazon shipment of nothing but batteries.
Oh no, not just any batteries. Lantern batteries.
Yeah, they're actually useless. We actually tried to call local places to see if they could use any of them, like different like mechanic shops and utility facilities, and they were like, no one uses those batteries. He probably sent so many because they were so inexpensive because they're just not commonly used anymore. So we actually just donated them to veterans today. Good luck, veterans.
Hey, at least they can beat each other to death with them.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So you
at least there's some purpose. There you go.
You sent me all those batteries. I saved one and put it in my Robert D shelf.
Okay.
And then you sent something else. You sent a bunch of shit, and then you sent like a pack of batteries to be installed in something.
Did I?
Yeah, you sent like there was like a flat piece of cardboard with like it was a Duracell like little circular batteries, and
that was from the Quintessons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Quintessons had two types of batteries.
Okay, well I just found that. I've now lost it.
Oh God!
So you might have to buy those batteries. I can't find them anywhere. So little poetic justice for it.
It took you that long to find the other Quintesson batteries.
I just found them recently, and I cannot find them any longer.
Oh my God! Did that because I didn't even know. Did the Flame Toys, did that come with batteries?
Negative.
Was it in the box?
Negative.
That's bullshit. Because I didn't notice it. Like the first, I think it was Star Saber. I think it was Star Saber or it was Tarn. They came with the batteries, but they were in the box, and in the instructions it told you which batteries to put where. And then I think it was Prime or Star Saber. They had them installed for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Now
used the instructions for that Megatron and did not see any batteries.
No, they would either be in the figure or they would be laid out nicely with a little sticker near it in the box. Like they were giving you that kind of red carpet service. And already we're seeing them chip away. They're charging more and chipping away. And now they don't even give you the batteries. And I'm sure maybe the instructions tell you which batteries. I don't know. But it was always that little extra bit of service. Like, oh, here they are. They're in a little tray. These are the ones you put places. You know? And I'm like, oh, thank you. You know, and then they're like, oh, we put them in for you. Whoa. And now they're like, get your own fucking batteries. You know what? Google that shit, bitch.
Yeah, there might be some like shipping restrictions with that stuff. Like, you know, if you ever go to mail something, like, are there any batteries in here? And you all just lie and say, nope.
Yeah, that's what I've actually heard is that I guess because of like COVID and stuff, like it's the shipping restrictions are worse now. So yeah, that is a reason that they've stopped putting batteries in with things anymore. So
that's fucked up. Yeah. I hate that. Because you have to go and order on Amazon whatever batteries they are, and it's just,
you can't buy just one. You have to buy like 100 of them. Like that's just how it works.
Yeah.
And then by the time you ever get around to them, none of them are good anymore. You know. So.
Let me ask a question. Well, I guess to anyone, but specifically to Robert, what would be your number one Flame Toys like wish list figure?
Ooh. Number one? I mean, if you're going to say what a number one is, it would have to be Prime when they already did it. Honestly. What I would love to see.
But that's the Prime you would want? Like, that's...
I would want G1, obviously, but I'm okay with their stylizing.
You want them to do it. You want them, like, I couldn't spend $400. I couldn't spend $400 for the one that transformed.
Yeah.
I couldn't spend $400 for a G1 Prime. I couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, you're talking about a wish list, though. I'm not going to change their prices in my wish list because then that's even a bigger wish list, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like $400 for like a hyper detailed, hyper articulated, fucking uber representation of something that's normally going to be something IDW related. What would it be?
I don't know. I really don't know. What do you think?
My number one is Whirl.
Yeah, see, I have no connection to it because I never read the fucking comics. But that would be cool. That'd be a cool world because they wouldn't be restricted by transformation or anything. Not that he needs to be because he's fucked up looking anyway.
Yeah,
he looks like he transforms. Isn't that funny? He's just kibble. So like he's literally no robot, all kibble, and nobody's done him right.
No, he looks like an ATST on crack.
Mm-hmm. No, nobody's done him. Not right.
Agreed.
That's kind of about
like custom kit you can make that looks pretty good. Have you seen that?
No.
Let me see if I can find a picture real quick. It looks pretty legit. Joe put me onto it. I've been tempted to get it. Let me see.
That's another thing about Flames Toys that's bothering me, right? Because you talk about Whirl, makes me think of MMC, and the reason MMC's Whirl isn't so great is because they started doing that whole mold sharing gimmick, you know. That's what Flames Toys is starting to do. Like the Fallen that's coming out looks great until you look a little deeper and you realize it's the Tarn frame, you know. And you're like, wow, at that price point, I want a new mold. I don't want you saving a penny. Start over. Give me a unique figure. Period. And also Iron Factory is doing that a lot with their Megatron mold. Right, that what's that old crabby? What's his face? Scully head guy. What's his name? Bludgeon. The Bludgeon's the Megatron mold from Iron Factory. They've used the Megatron mold for their Fallen, actually, and it bothers me. It's like you're charging me top dollar, but you're just reusing the same mold, so you're really increasing your profit on me. It just bugs me. It's like, dude, I'm paying you top dollar because you're Iron Factory. Give me an original mold. Flame Toys, same thing. Don't fucking fuck with me. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a Javaco and Non-F collaboration for this world.
That's really impressive.
Really it looks fucking perfect.
Ooh, you said the P word.
So.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it looks. I mean, like I can't imagine anything better for for a Chug figure. You know what I mean? Like it looks like if MMC did this, they would have had me at 200, 250. You know what I mean? Like I would have
paid out the ass for this.
That's the funny thing.
Spot
it's
on.
just it's all little bits. You don't have to worry. So he's got to be so easy to transform as a toy if you just commit to one mold.
And this does transform.
Huh?
This does. I'll send there's a link to the thread one. I'll send that too.
You got those notifications.
Yeah, I am. Just how do you know? You can put it in
I hear your phone buzzing.
It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I would buy this in a heartbeat. They did a fucking Plain Toys one. I mean, obviously it would look a billion times crazier and better and more sophisticated. But like, yeah, that would be like I kind of think like that's like the perfect figure for them because you could really like zero in on like the detail elements and not have to worry about the kind of information elements, and you could make it look as like like this possible and really fuck with it. But that's just
if you can get that kit, I may have a collector if you want it, Bobby.
Copy that. I will keep that in mind.
Good copy that.
I'll go take a look and see if I have one. So
you like the Devi?
Yeah, I loved it, man. I've loved a lot of the things that you sent me recently. Like I love the Devi. I love
the dick pic.
The dick pics. I love the Megatron, the Soundwave, it was 3-0 Soundwave, and then the Flame Toys Megatron, and then I love the Bludgeon, the Iron Factory Bludgeon.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of good stuff recently. Like it's so funny. It's like hit or miss, right? Like I'm going through this bit now where like I'm trying to work through all this shit. New Year coming up, and like passing, I'm always like, man, I'm not gonna have enough content. Like I'm not gonna have enough shit. So anytime somebody's like, hey man, I got something coming to you, I'm like, send it.
That's his saying, send it.
Yeah, and then but now overloaded with shit. So like I think I have reviews lined up for like the next 3 weeks. Like
listen to his phone notifying him.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna leave this fucking chat, bro. Like I keep getting them. Like, what is going on?
Listeners, it's Bobby's face on Daenerys Targaryen saying Dracarys.
I'm muting it.
There you go.
So, did you check out those Magic Square Stunticons?
Yes.
You didn't know they were in the box, did you?
No, I did. They're fine.
That's it? They're just fine?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine as in they're okay, or like you didn't break them, they're fine?
Both. Both. Yeah, they're kind of meh. They're meh.
We're very spoiled, aren't we? They're very articulated.
Well, so here's the thing is I think that like maybe like because I'm looking at all this other shit, right? So like I'm like, all right, here's Flame Toys Megatron, and here's fucking 3-0 Soundwave, and then here's Magic Square Stunticons. And I'm like, get this fucking bullshit out of here.
That's true.
So much. There's a lot of mid. The same with the that RC that that shit is trash.
It is so stupid. The Magic Square RC, the Waterhead Baby RC.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. But it's definitely not for me.
It's like third party 5 years ago, where like you can come out with something kitschy and everybody wants it.
Yeah,
but it's not nowadays. People want to have
5 years
high
later,
grade
some
shit.
of it holds up, some of it's a big floppy mess.
5 years later, third parties on fucking life support.
Yeah, thanks, Antoine. Thanks a lot, Antoine. He did it.
Hey, come on, man. Come on, fellas.
It's rough out here.
For a pimp.
That's it?
Yeah. I got a Back to the Future Doc Brown from NECA that I actually quite like.
Wait, if it's NECA, is it like 18 inches tall?
No, it's not their quarter scale stuff. He's like probably 7-8 inches, so to speak. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. It's a really good face sculpt for what it's worth.
Just swappable faces?
Yeah, he's got one like serious face and one like great Scott face.
Yep.
Great Scott.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how good they've gotten.
Oscar.
Do
What did you get this week,
Do I
Oscar?
get to say what I got this week, or are you going to interrupt me like you did the last 2 weeks?
Yes.
To which one?
Both.
No, not to both. Scumbag. Anyway, so actually, last week I met up with some people from Realm of Collectors, and we met up to a little darling little toy show here in Spring Hill, Florida, called Spring Hill Toy Jam. I met up with Nick Brammer.
COVID Fest 2021.
Hey, we were safe. I wore a condom the whole time. But met up with Nick Brammer. I met his kid, nice kid. Met this other kid, David, and then I met Gary Allen, really, really cool guy. No, huh?
Gary and Bram are both good dudes.
Yeah. So we met up and then we walked around, and I've been kind of getting back into Ninja Turtles since Super 7 debuted their Ninja Turtle line. So I had picked up Leonardo a few weeks ago. Also picked up Raphael, but at the convention I picked up the NECA Bebop and Rocksteady, the NECA Slash and Leatherhead. Almost went in on a Shredder and Krang 2-pack, but
they're
I was like,
great. All that shit is great.
Yep, they're really they're a lot of fun, and it is not easy to open them up middle of the night when I wake up at like 3 a.m. They are very.
That's also true. All those twisty
loud.
ties.
It's like 3 a.m. and it's I'm like, oh shit. I look over and I see the wife still sleeping, then the styrofoam cup falls on the carpet.
Toy?
What is that sound? So, yeah, I picked those up. They're a lot of fun. And then I'm actually going to be shipping out
jerking off. Hope you're not opening a toy.
And then I'll be shipping out Justin his punch counter punch from that Amazon exclusive set.
Hooray! Which got me thinking. Did I ever pay for that? I don't remember.
No, you haven't paid me yet. It's alright. I'm not fucking stressing.
I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't think I did, but I had a Robert D moment there.
I did also.
Can't remember if I paid or not.
I did.
Now
also
I'm a deadbeat.
What? What?
I said now I'm a deadbeat because he says him not paying you reminded him of me.
No, it's just I can't remember my transactions. Is what that means. Not that you're a deadbeat. So.
Yeah, no one says you're a deadbeat. What's the matter with you? I also got MMC's Optimus Prime as a Optics, whatever they fucking call them. A lot of fun. But
Optics phases.
Whatever. Curious to see how he's going to hold up after a year. If he's going to be a big old floppy mess.
He's so flexible.
I also got Studio Series Grimlock just for the hell of it. That's about it.
Okay, that Grimlock. Come on now. Lay it on me.
What?
Is it as great as people say? Because I've seen people say
no,
it's like an MP,
it's
and I've seen other people say, no, pull the curtain aside. It's super lightweight. And people complain about it being
he's
like cheap
deceptively
feeling.
light.
So
when you look at him and you grab him, he's deceptively light. He's not an MP, dude. Like this whole shit. Everyone's like, Hot Rod. I could kind of see why some people say it, but it's not a mini MP. Same thing with that Grimlock. That's not a mini MP or a poor man's MP. It's a fucking Hasbro leader class figures. It feels like a Hasbro. That's the only reason why I bought it, because they're doing him. They're gonna do, I guess, Slag with Daniel.
Oh wow.
They're all gonna be leader class. So if they're gonna be that scale, then all right, I'm in. I'm not gonna be collecting Transformers hardcore anymore. Actually, I've been selling a lot of my collection. Help pay some bills for the Mom Dukes, but yeah, still a lot more left. But that's all I got. I also got to meet. I don't want to carry on without saying it, but I also got to meet Spiro Gallos. It was a great conversation to have. I mean, we fucking missed our turn like 3 times driving back from the place we went to have fucking lunch at. But great guy, and also met William.
He gave that good of a roadhead.
No, sir. But you know who else I met was William Fong in his infinite.
Oh, that's the guy right there.
Beauty in his majestic self. He appeared, and then he of course came with an angel incarnate, that being his wifey, lovely girl. He was cool as hell. It was awesome. We took a stupid Genji Force photo together, which I loved to death. Yeah, it was.
I saw that picture.
It was so nice to meet William and Spiros also. You know, I'm working on a He-Man.
Did Spiros drive you around?
No, I drove him around. I actually gave him a break.
He charged you.
I didn't charge him anything. But with the He-Man cartoon I'm working on, you know, William's like, "Hey man, we're getting a studio recording booth put together." I'm like, "Noted. I'll be coming to you, my friend." So, really, really, really cool guy, man. Like, really super glad I got to meet him on that. It wasn't TFCon, but still, it was a nice get together.
Yeah. That dude's a king among men.
You said he stunk.
What?
You said he stunk like
No,
ass.
I didn't.
No, I did.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Although it was funny, like for a while there, everyone in there's something funny. So there's a YouTuber that was there, and she's a very attractive young lady, and everybody was eyes all on her, right? Because she's like super hot. So then Nick's like, "Yo, dude, this chick was at the toy show." I'm like, "Oh shit, her name's Bella's Toy Chest." And she's got like fucking, I think 28,000 subscribers or something like that. But that was really neat. Like, commented on her video. She commented back. I was like, "Oh, cool." She was there. So yeah, it's really nice. So we're thinking about another meetup in April. Hopefully things go well.
Ooh. Hey, Bella.
It'll be in Tampa. It's like a 3-day show, so I may even consider renting a room and everything. So.
Whoa. Ciao, Bella.
I had a lot of fun. So.
Whoa.
And then,
Ciao,
you know,
Bella.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, like I said.
Indeed.
Ciao, Bella. Jesus.
That was good.
I guess we could go on to some third-party news and discuss this. I guess the War of the Devastators ended when Toy World released their constructor. As far as I'm concerned, it's a beautiful unit. But now the war rages on in the Legends class scale. Both New Age and Magic Square debuts their version of Devastator.
Yeah. I mean, they both look great. I don't know. I feel like they're not learning fucking anything from the MP stuff that, like, it's going to kill them. Like, this constant bickering between the two is going to kill them, in my opinion.
Correct. One of them should be revealing their Superion. That's what the other, they have one.
Or a Defensor, or anything, or fucking Skylings. I mean, it's fucking just something not the same.
Yeah. This is stupid.
This is funny. You
I
say
love
that
them both, but it's
because,
stupid.
Years ago, you said the contrary. You were, I was the guy saying, like, I'm just tired of everyone doing the same character. You're like, yeah, but it kind of gives you options, was your argument, which was a solid one. Do you think that doesn't apply to this as well?
So I think it's great to have options when people are spending the money and everybody can survive. But, like, I feel like from the last couple of years with the Masterpiece shit, we've learned that people can't survive and fucking companies start dying left and right because they can't compete. Like, I feel like Make Toys took a number of L's on competition, and Badcube did as well. And, like, so the thing is, if the market space can support the competition, then I'm all for it, but it doesn't seem like it can anymore. So, like, everybody should just sort of play it safe.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be interesting in this case because, like, when they did, like, competing whatever figures, like Bumblebee or whatever. I mean, he's kind of a bad example. Well, he's a good example, I guess. Like, when they're cheap, that, like, relatively cheap, because MP has the problem that it's like, well, which $150 or $120 figure am I throwing in on, or which $600 set of combiners am I going in on? I can't do both. Gotta do one. Like, Legends has kind of operated a little outside of that scale because like their stuff is cheaper than the MP scale stuff, but now you're getting these combiners, and now you're starting to get, these $100 figures again as a result. And I think that is going to make it's going to be interesting to see because people are not going to throw in on both Menasors or both Devastators or whatever like they might for. Like the Datsuns, I'll get both of them because, $40 each, so.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if that trend will continue or not, but, I definitely could see as we're getting these more expensive combining figures that's definitely going to cause an issue here.
I see a lot of people in the comments, like I think it was Dame Chuck originally did the post. Many people said, some people were saying, I like the Magic Square better, I like the New Age better. But many people said, I'm getting both. Right? They did say that, but many people are on either side of the fence because people have faith in the quality of New Age. Other people love how the Magic Square Devastator looks overall. But in the middle ground, I wouldn't say it's a bell curve. It's more of just a median of people saying that they're getting both. But the problem, though, is one will be better than the other. One will be overall. And that one side's going to lose customers. But if you do, like what Bobby was saying, something entirely different, no one will ever know until you come full circle. And then maybe a year and a half later, you do your Devi, and then the other one's doing their whatever Defensor or Superion or Omega Supreme, whatever it is. And then you compare. But you're going to buy both at that point because you're interested. I think this is a big mistake because we don't know what either company's combiners is going to be like. But everybody would buy, say, the New Age Devastator and, say, a Magic Square Defensor, right? Because then they'd be competing with Zeta if they did a Superion. But if they just picked a totally different lane, everybody would win. There would be no cannibalistic competition. Everyone would win, and they could just circle around each other. Use that corporate espionage because they know what each other's coming out with. They do. Why are they both working on a Devastator at the same time? It's not coincidence. It's not, well, of course that's the first combiner you would do. Bullshit. Like they're competing to get it out. But I would use that knowledge to say, okay, they're focusing on Devastator. Let's focus on this completely different character that we know will sell just as well. And we'll sell just as many as their Devastator. We don't have to fight them at it. That's what I would do.
Well, so let me ask you this, though, Robert. Do you think, though, so while I did say it'd be interesting to see, I think there's people who are very squarely in the Magic Square camp, and there's people who are very squarely in the New Age camp. There's not, there's some people very much, they don't cross that line. I collect all the Magic Square, and that's what I'm going with. And, undoubtedly there is a difference in the aesthetics and everything that Magic Square is going for versus New Age, you do tend to have a more, I would say, cartoon accurate character from Magic Square. And then you end up kind of getting the better alt mode that kind of looks like, in my opinion, the character would look like if they really had that more realistic car or whatever. And it feels like the scale for New Age for me is the car scales to the van like this, so the robot scales like that, things like that versus, to me, Magic Sideswipe is too big. You think maybe there is room for these two Devies because one of them is going to be it's definitely a different approach between the two of them, right? Right. I think Magic Square, again, it looks more cartoony. New Age kind of looks like the G1 toys, but better, Right. Yeah.
And there's a scale difference, generally, not to say that there will be with these two, but generally speaking, there's a scale difference while slight between the two.
The New Age cars are much different size than the Magic Square cars. Magic Squares are the same size as, for lack of better terms, the New Age Voyager class type characters,
Right.
I think they're coming around. I think they're blending into each other. I think they're both accepting they need to meet in the middle somewhere. I think we're seeing that between their Soundwave. Well, actually, Magic Square Soundwave is bigger than New Age, but like their Megatrons are the same height. New Age caved and with their hip replacement made them taller. You know, I think New Age is slowly coming around because their Seekers are like the same size as the Magic Square. I think we're seeing like a blend. Ultimately, you're not going to have like a height disparity anymore. You know.
I don't know. I think that you can only really determine that once they release another Carbot. Like until they release a Carbot, you can't tell that because, you know, the Seekers and Megatron being bigger than Ironhide, like that is proper. Like they are following that quote unquote scale chart more than most other companies are.
But Magic Square is getting smaller too. Like their B is the same size as the New Age B. Mm-hmm. You know, they're kind of just, they seem to be coalescing somehow, and I'm not sure how. Maybe it's on a bot by bot basis, and they're just like, no, we'll go this size. I don't know. But that's the thing. Like say you're a New Age purist and you want this Devastator. You're not getting the Magic Square. But let's just say Magic Square at the same time as releasing an Omega Supreme or a Superion. And there's no word from New Age whatsoever of either of those figures coming out in this year. Would you get the Magic Square? Or would you just wait? Considering it's going to be relatively inexpensive compared to buying a piece.
So it kind of depends, you know, like for me, like personally, I'd wait because like, you know, I do have a couple Magic Square figures that are in my, you know, filling in my New Age collection, but like there is definitely like quality, you know, in terms of the plastic and stuff that I'm like, well, this is not what New Age does. There's definitely things that I don't like about this comparatively, you know? So I feel like if I'm throwing in on an Omega Supreme, like I kind of want that better quality. I probably would wait. Like it's the same reason that, you know, like Menasor, like, well, I guess, I mean, we know New Age was coming out with one, but yeah, just like, you know, I was like, I mean, they kind of look cool, the Magic Square ones, but like I can wait for whenever.
That's another one. They're doing Menasor too. They're both fighting for Menasor.
They're fighting over everything. That every single release they fight for. Yeah. It makes me wonder if, like, I mean, like, you know, someone knows what the other one is doing, 100%. There's no doubt about that. And it's like, I love New Age, but I can't help but feel like they're kind of, you know, like there's something shady there. Like they're specifically like they know, like, you know, they won the Seeker Wars and they're just like kind of making it a point to try to do everything to finish them. I don't know. So I don't know.
The thing that Magic Square has to do is like fucking counterpunch and just dodge this punch and do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're going to lose.
Well, the one thing I wish Magic Square would do is like actually listen to people, like the fans, because like honestly for me it's like that shitty plastic to me. I'm like, this is not, it doesn't feel like it's good. Like it feels cheap.
That's their biggest drawback. Is their materials.
I'm like, you know, like go ahead and make some good plastic on this thing and like, you know, like give it like I don't expect you to paint a legend scale. Like I don't. But
you could.
Like,
Iron Factory does it.
You could, yes, you absolutely could, and you can add. Well, I mean, New Age does too on a lot of spots. Like
right.
You know, you'll get metallic silvers and things like that. But like the point is, like if you're trying to sell me that these are actual, like robots that turn into cars, at least you can do is use some shiny fucking plastic so it kind of looks like a painted car. You know,
yeah,
like.
But I mean, I think part of what Magic Square is going with is when you have that flat plastic on the shelf, it looks very tune accurate to me. You know?
Yes, I can agree with that. I definitely can agree with that. But there's definitely something related to that flat plastic when it comes to how it feels and how it kind of works in function. That you know, you can tell it's different. It should not be that. So.
Well, you know, up until the Seekers and even Megatron, I think I would say that New Age isn't significantly, but palpably, the transformations were somewhat simpler, just a little bit. Magic Square had tends to have a little bit more intricacy. God, that sounds so right. A little more intricate in their transformations. They have a little bit more of a wow factor. But So I always wondered, maybe it's just me being an apologist saying, well, that's why they have to use thinner plastic or cheaper plastic, because otherwise you don't get the same tolerances, you don't get the same clearances. But I wonder if they used harder plastic, they probably would be able to still pull off their transformations. You know?
I think that they would have a better, the user-friendly aspect of the experience with Magic Square would be better if their materials were better, because their transformations are kind of complicated, like for the scale, and some of the frustrations that kind of tie themselves to it directly are more so because the materials are gummy and don't do you any favors while you're doing it. Whereas if they fix that with the kind of level of intricacy, as you would say, Robert, that they would have a better experience overall for the user.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you know? What do you know?
And I think you could. I think you could do the flats if you want. So.
Say what? What did you say, Justin?
I think like you could still improve that plastic and still keep it that flat plastic if that's really what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, their stuff seriously feels a step above like shitty Dollar General Transformers.
Yes, exactly. Like when you hold some of their stuff, like you're like, yeah, pretty sure I've felt this same plastic in knockoffs and stuff. You know, like it probably is a step above it, but it does not feel like a high quality product a lot of times.
Sad to say, I think you're right, which sucks. You can't argue it. If you argue it, you're just fucking fooling yourself. It is what it is. You know? I love how they look on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you know what? I haven't mixed. You can mix them because I love the New Age Seekers. I got them with my Magic Square Megatron because I love how they scale well together. You got to go figure to figure.
Those New Age Seekers versus the Magic Square. Like,
come on.
Magic Square shouldn't even have bothered at that point.
No, they should have saved their money.
But that's the shit that pisses me off. Is like, okay, like if you really want to do these like flat Seekers, then why the fuck did you just like phone it in on them? Like even if you know that New Age beat you to the punch on them, like then make the best goddamn Seekers you could versus being like, well, cut our losses, make it cheap. And push it out, you know, like, because, like, if anything, that damaged your reputation to me. I'm like, well, I don't want a half-assed figure, you know?
I think the best is yet to come from New Age because that fucking Galvatron looks insane. Have you seen that?
I really love New Age. Like, they wow me all the time. So
yeah, I like New Age also.
That Galvatron looks like the mini Sovereign.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
To answer Bobby's question earlier, he asked what would we like Flames Toys figure to be made. I would like to see them tackle Galvatron, whether it be G1 or IDW style with the pointed crown.
Oh yeah, they'd probably do a pretty good job with that. To be fair, they'd probably pull all the stops.
But yeah, I would like to see. I'm a big a proponent of statues for figures that I don't think have enough mass to transform. You know, so like I would love to see like you could do like a gorgeous RC that's like weighted properly and has no problem standing, things like that.
Right.
Yeah, but you gotta have boobs.
Like Transformers, even Transformers Prime RC would be kind of cool. You know, like don't worry about turning her into a motorcycle, just make her look picture perfect. You know.
Right.
You got that with the red line. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, come on.
Oh, you forgot. You forgot.
The red line one looks pretty decent too, honestly.
Did you say red line or bread line?
Red
line.
The bread line Transformers.
I might be interested in the bread line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. All right. What about the Kang toys? Is that in the notes? The Kang toys?
No, you didn't send me a link to put
God.
in the notes.
Oh god. I don't have a link.
You showed me photos. You could have posted it on our Facebook, but you did not.
It's like I don't have a link. I know I sent it to you, but I don't have it.
No, it was just images from the. Oh, here, maybe I can. God damn it. Well, no one looks at the links anyway. Kang Toys is.
Yeah, Kang Toys is going Legends class. I guess they're doing their Gundam. I'm sorry, their dive bomb.
This is a really weird
move, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting decision too. It's one of those like, yeah, stay in your lane at this point.
Yeah,
go ahead
finish
and...
off what you're starting, and then venture out into the new territory.
Hold on, though. Doesn't this make you wonder? Didn't somebody tease a Legends Predaking? Wasn't it Iron Factory? Who did it?
Know. If Iron, it wasn't one of the New Age or Magic Square, as far as I'm concerned. Otherwise, both of them would have teased it.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, if it was anyone, it would probably have to be Iron Factory.
Yeah, somebody teased the Legends Predaking a couple years back, and it makes me wonder: did say whoever Kang Toys is, did they buy that design and then jump off it and make this MP scaled Predaking? Meanwhile, they had this in their pocket the whole time. Was this the inspiration for the larger Predacon? I can't remember who teased it. I think it was Iron Factory.
They would have shown off their Rampage first. That's the first guy that came out. Why would they start with Dive Bomb? It kind of feels more like an afterthought. Like, hey, we're like 3 in. People are really liking this. So let's start a Legends class.
But a lot would go into that. Like, they didn't just design that. They couldn't have.
Oh, no, I think it's a bad move. I think they need to...
I think it's a bad move, too.
Why?
So...
I think it shows weakness. I think they might be having more trouble than what it seems, and they can perhaps downscale and also simplify the engineering and kind of double down on their money.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like any other company knocking something off and making it a smaller scale or whatever.
Correct.
You know, they can lose some articulation or whatever here and there, and yeah, 100%. I agree. I think that this is one of those cases like it doesn't show confidence in your own product that you're now jumping to a different scale and stuff versus, you know, like cultivating a line basically. You know, like I think I'd feel weird about it too. Like if New Age comes out and like, here's our first masterpiece figure. I'm like, I don't know if I really
Magic
want to see
Square
that.
did that. Magic Square did that and was successful.
So yes, that is true, but.
Who did they do that was
Square
Memphis
really?
Scale? Oh, right, Prime.
They did Optimus. That's all. So, yeah.
Bobby, which Prime is on your shelf?
Magic Square.
See?
Mm-hmm. Mine too.
I got Transform Element.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Prime that I want is the fucking Takara one, but I just refuse to spend that money for it. I just don't think it's worth it. You know, like I
Is that why you support IP theft when you buy third-party Bobby Skullfish? I believe that's right.
Pretty much. I Googled IP theft, and when the Magic Square one popped up, then I was like, pre-order.
Beautiful.
You know, just get it right out of the way.
I feel like the odd man out, but I'm very happy with
there's things about MP44 that just don't do it for me either. So.
And all of them are good. I mean, MP44 is good. The TE is good. The MS is good. They're all good. Well, MS isn't good generally, but the Magic Square is good.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh my god,
you know, like
MS is not good for multiple reasons.
Yeah, it's bad, Robert.
Oh god.
But that being said, like I went with the Magic Square because I like the physical build of it better. Like I like the more like the broader chest build of Optimus Prime. But handling all three, my favorite is, so to speak, my favorite is the 44. But like if the 44 was like 250 tops would be my limit there.
Well, if I could totally see Hasbro / Takara doing this. If they release MP44 no trailer, you win? Or does he have to have a trailer?
I think no trailer. I got to rethink the price point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could still be in, but I got to rethink the price point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So.
I mean, what if, let's say, Fans Toys did it?
Fans Toys. Then, in my opinion, it's probably going to look better.
We haven't said Fans Toys in so long.
You know, it's probably going to look better than the like just based on my preferences.
I'm just saying, imagine an MP figure comes out from a company, and you know their thing is you get an MP and also we're doing a Legends release, kind of like what Flames Toys does. They do the Kura Katakuri, and then they do then they do the fucking.
Robert loves to say that. He loves it. He feels so cultured.
And then they do the model kit. And now, action, Furai, right? Furai model.
He loves to say that too.
They do the model kit, and then they do the now action kit, right, where it's just built for you. But they do that.
So lazy.
They'll give you a hot rod, and then they'll give you an action hot rod, and they'll give you a model kit hot rod, and they're all slightly different, and they're all different scaled. They give you one after the other, and people buy them up. So, like, maybe that is a cool lane to be in. It's just weird that they're doing it out of the blue at kind of their most controversial release.
But I think you also hit the nail on the head when you said they're all different.
Right.
This is not different. This is the same.
Oh, it's Legends.
No, but it's stylistically it's the same.
That's true.
It looks like their larger one shrunken down.
That's true. Like, so Papa Toy gonna knock us off. Fuck you, Papa Toy.
I think we'll knock ourselves off.
We are Papa Toy. Oh, rah, rah, rah.
Or it's like you don't want the $150 version. Here's the $30 version.
Yeah.
I'd get both.
Of course.
You know what they need to do? They need to release Monkey Pants. They need to release Monkey Pants.
They need to release the picture.
Show the picture. Show us the picture. Mm-hmm. Right? What did they say? We never said it was going to combine.
We got you screwed.
We showed you silhouettes.
Rockin' Roosers. You think that Rock 25 was funny? Well, who's laughing now? To the bank.
That was silhouette of Rock 25, stupid American.
To the bank. I mean, there's a lot of questions. I mean, this is a 6-part combiner. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm buying them. I have 2 MISB sitting right here with a 3rd on his way, and I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to be good.
I have seen all the reviews. I've seen everyone raving about it, and I'm like, nope, don't do it. Don't do it yet. Like, hold steady. We don't need to buy this yet.
Hold, brothers, hold.
What it looks like. And I'm like, you don't even really like the stylized look. Like, you really want a G1, Predaking, kind of like you almost hope like someone will go ahead and knock off an upscale MMC because that's more what you want.
Yeah, but this thing looks,
on my command, add to cart.
In all fairness, if this thing does work, at least aesthetically, it's going to look nasty in a good way, just like Flame Toys does aesthetically. They are super stylized. I mean, look at the Star Saber and Leo. What's his name? I never remember his fucking name. Saber-tooth Tiger. What the fuck is his name?
Simba.
Simba, right? Simba. Like, whatever the fuck his name is.
Victory
but like
Leo.
They're super stylized. Victory Leo. They look sick. They don't look very. They're not very true to form. They're very far left. But that's kind of what Kang's Toys is doing. There is the opportunity for them to pull it out, and nobody says that they don't necessarily use parts forming. There could still be a frame. There really could still be a frame with Monkey Pants.
Robert, there's not going to be a frame.
What evidence do we have of that?
Common sense evidence.
Okay, so
okay.
There's not. The Monkey Pants are going to connect to Razor Claw, and then we have to just hope that it can stand. And hope that it looks good, because we still don't even know how it looks, Robert. We still don't know.
He's gonna have monkey hot pants. He's still gonna have robot legs going from the Monkey Pants into the legs, the combined mode. It's not gonna be like furry legs down to the knees.
Yes, it is.
No.
Oh yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I don't think so.
Sure it is.
He's gonna have junk in his trunk. Like it's gonna be a backwards gorilla head. With just a bulge.
It's the gorilla head in the back, just screaming. It's on his dick.
I like how Bobby keeps a mitten box, so when he finally sees the gorilla pants, he'll be like, "Yep, off to the cafe, up for sale.
Yep.
Limited edition,
sealed.
You know what's funny?
Transform, never open. 500 best offer shipped.
Bobby's gonna go in the cafe, and people are gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this guy selling stuff?" Anybody vet him? And all your friends are going to be like, oh, How do I bet you?
No,
Without outing.
Can I get a?
I've done many deals.
I've done many deals.
Can I get a reference check on this Bobby guy?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Bobby guy.
Yeah, I hope, I'm gambling, and I'm gambling on optimism, but I'm telling you, my stomach, my heart, my soul, everything tells me this is stupid. This is a stupid set of purchases.
50-50. I think you're doing the right thing right now, 50-50.
I don't think it's 50-50, but I am doing it. Like, oh God, dude. I just want, if the Zeta one, if we saw anything that suggested that the Zeta one was actually happening, I would jettison all the shit and double down on 2 of those each.
This is the Zeta one.
No, it's not.
Maybe it's the Zeta one changed.
No, it's not.
They're like monkey pants.
No, it's not.
Oh, sir, we bought the design from a Zeta. Monkey pants. But,
Nope.
sir, monkey pants.
But sir.
Hear me out. Monkey penis
But, sir,
crutch.
it's already designed. Monkey pants.
Pants.
Forearms, be
Strong.
thighs, thick, 2 C's. It's good.
I just hope that monkey pants actually has like real fur. That's all I can hope for.
Oh God. Could the world be so bold?
With
Can you
a tail
imagine
that wraps
you
around
paid
his waist.
$150 and you get a monkey with like flock
We really
on
killed
its arm?
monkey.
The review's
I
like,
hope-
the
I
hell's
hope-
this? I got crumbs in this guy's arms.
You know what the ultimate fuck you to like the Transformer like crybaby community would be? They release the monkey pants as the 6th part that forms the crotch, but he just comes with a parts forming piece that's in the shape of monkey pants that you have to add in.
And throw in salt on the wound. It looks just like Optimus Primal.
He doesn't
Yes,
turn into
yes.
a gorilla. He doesn't turn into a gorilla. He just turns into monkey pants.
But you can't use it. You can't use it for the combiner. You have to use the parts forming piece.
It just sits there next to a completed combiner. Just so proud of my purchase. He's here. Monkey Pants is here.
Was that
God.
DX9 or X Transbots where you could have the whole thing combined and have fucking Motormaster standing next to him?
That's DX9.
DX9.
Yeah, that's DX9.
That-
dude.
that's not a bad set, man. I got news
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
That's not a bad set.
It's still pretty
like
funny though.
paint-
Starter cards combiner. Hey, wait a minute. Come on, guys. I haven't joined in yet.
We're good. Have a good one.
All right,
Yeah.
well,
We don't need you.
Yeah, we don't need you anymore. We just need your excessively long trailer.
Oh my
looking
god.
like you delivering products to fucking BJ's warehouse and shit in that trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, like when did
Stunnicon.
Motormaster start hauling doubles?
Stunnicons accessorize and turn into Motormaster.
Speaking of Zeta, the next stuff on here to discuss is the
Oh,
Zeta
boy.
Dark Superion set that they released.
Dredging up the we don't have any money barrel.
Unfortunate.
Who's buying this?
I might.
Why?
I kind of like the color scheme, and it's fucking hard as fuck to catch up on
Okay.
the set that's out.
How much is this going to cost?
I don't know yet. I think it's gonna be. I'm sure like $400.
Okay, so a whole salmon might cost you like $50. Instead, go buy a whole salmon, look in the mirror, and slap yourself in the face with the salmon.
That's funny. It's not for nothing though. If you like the color scheme, I mean, it's a solid combiner.
No, it's regret, dude. I know it looks cool, but it's going to go on that black and red or black and purple shelf, and it's going to collect dust. You're not going to like it.
That might
But
be
isn't
true.
isn't Zeta Superion, the regular one, still on sale everywhere?
That I don't know.
I haven't looked. I have not looked.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I probably won't, to be honest with you. Like right now, the want is real because it was just released, and I'm just like, oh, I love that color scheme. I love how it works. All right, this is really cool. And then at one point, part of me is like, yeah, it's like evil aerial bots. I'm like, oh, they got those. They're called Seekers.
Yeah.
We really don't need that. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure I may not get it. I don't know.
I got Nero Rex.
I almost think I'd be more interested just to see what it would look like if it was like Starscream colors, and you had Silverbolt with Starscream colors, and you had like everyone else represented, just to see what it would look like. So.
You got two cone heads. You got two cone heads.
Mm-hmm.
They're all cone heads, really. I mean, it's the kind of thing. It's like Nero Rex. It's beautiful. Nero Rex is beautiful. But it really just and if you have a standalone shelf, it's great, but it's just out of place. It's not shattered glass, This is Scourge. This is a Scourge repaint. That's what this is, which is beautiful. But you're gonna be like, okay, what do I do with this?
Well, I thought it looked neat.
And between this and the Seekers,
it does.
I don't. No, I was just saying between this and the Seekers they teased recently, I just have no idea what's going on anymore, man.
They need to stop because they're causing Zeta specifically. We all thought it was funny when they were, stomping on Toy World, right? But they are really reckless. It was funny when they were being reckless with Toy World, but they're being reckless with the bear. And they're causing problems for everyone because of that.
That's fair.
They're really fucking assholes. I mean, they're affecting everyone. You can blame Zeta for a lot of the shit that went down with third party.
Yep.
Like what?
Why are you fucking releasing Seekers, stupid? Okay, go ahead, Bobby.
No, I was just gonna jump in for you. The studio cell was a Zeta design. And when they started teasing that they were going to do it during the botched crowdfunding thing that I think still to this day there's secret numbers that were never exposed about that because all of a sudden it just got funded. But one of the reasons why I think it struggled to get funded, especially about halfway through, was because the studio cell full version came to fruition. And then you're left with a question of, do I want something smaller that's more tune accurate, or do I want something larger that's more stylized? That's a question that only, a person could, that's a personal preference, right?
Right.
So, but because of the crowdfunding shit and how much trouble they were having, if you look at everything else that they've done, right? Like the fucking barge funded, no problem. The fucking Sentinel funded out of control. The Razor Crest funded and got blown up during the funding.
That was funny.
But the only one they've struggled with getting funding aside from Cookie Monster, Justice for Cookie Monster, by the way, # Justice for Cookie Monster, was the Unicron, and some of that. Perhaps not all, but some of that blame has to be laid at the feet of Zeta. And ever since then, I feel like Hasbro has been fucking zeroing in on them.
Yeah.
And then now with them doing Seekers at the same time that Takara is doing, overpriced Seekers.
Yeah.
It's just round 2 of this piss fest. And the issue with Zeta is that we know Zeta's petty as fuck. They are the pettiest third-party company by far, and if they're not, their pettiness might be the undoing of all of it.
Yeah, because they brought the attention, right? Because of the timing of what they did, it cannot be coincidence that they revealed their studio cell right during the crowdfunding. They're
Correct.
like, oh, look at this. They did it to be petty and to take that money. They're stupid because they woke the bear and brought the attention.
And
now,
let me say this. Let me say one thing before you jump in. I want you to finish. But had that Unicron from HasLab funded with no problem, we would have never heard a peep about it. Mm-hmm. But because it struggled, that's what caused the problem. Continue, Robert.
Then what happens? It wasn't just Unicron. That was the beginning, right? But that shed light into dark recesses we in the third-party world didn't want any light. Because then you have Zeta, again, they're doing Bumblebee-verse figures, you know, and then you have Toy World, and now you've got companies getting raided because now you got the attention, and now Hasbro's like, fuck are they doing? You're stepping on their toes more than just with the studio cell. You're stepping on their toes with this new shit that is associated with new movies that are being produced in China, where like these Western companies can insist that the Chinese government fucking turn the screws on them, or we're not going to do business in your country anymore to make these billion-dollar movies.
Yep.
You know, so now you got a machine set up to shut companies down. So if you're going after Zeta, if you're raiding Toy World, you're shutting down Wei Jiang, and Wei Jiang happens to somehow apparently be affiliated with companies like Fans Toys and stuff, maybe. You know, I mean, now you've got connections. They're all connected one way or the other, even if it's just ancillary. You know, now you've got like the juice running through the wires towards it all. And it all started with these fuckers. You know, that's why Fans Toys is like fucking hanging their head low and hiding and stuff. And who knows what the fuck Keith is doing.
Because in the words of Lil Wayne, the block is hot.
The block is hot.
Ew. Yo ass
the block
just
is hot.
Lil Wayne.
At Real G's move in silence. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Also.
No, stop. I knew that one was going to come for some reason. I don't know why.
You have to mention that one.
Speaking of lasagna, do you want to hear a crazy story? I made, it's like a month and a half ago, I made a lasagna that Bobby would hate, but it was delicious.
Oh,
it was
chunky monkey. Speaking of monkey pants.
It was chunky. It was loaded. It was one of the best lasagnas
What's this got to do with
ever
Transformers,
made.
Robert?
Nothing. But it's lasagna. I made two trays of it, two giant.
Your lasagna's
Come on,
trash.
move it along. Come on, move it along now. Move it along.
That's ho horrible. Check out our best episode ever.
Horrible.
Fucking Justin with the names. Jesus Christ.
Oh God, move it along. So
I'm downloading that one to my library right now.
I mean, Zom was named "Fuck This Shit," but you know, I figured that may not go.
Bobby, you too will feel like throwing your phone across the room like I almost did. Because you're like, oh, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Many listeners were lost that day.
Yeah, we have negative
Many
listeners
were lost that day.
We have negative listeners now because of it. We owe.
I don't even listen anymore.
Yeah, we owe YouTube money.
It's wrong.
YouTube threatens to cancel our show if we don't listen to our shit.
We're the only channel they've ever done that.
I'm not even listening right now.
We owe them a whopping 76 cents.
Want to hear something crazy though? I made
Doing owing Google money for a YouTube upload is wild.
We have to watch a half an hour of ads. It makes us watch ads before we can publish.
Imagine if we were monetized.
Skip. It's one of those bullshit ones where it's like next ad. It says like next ad in 5 seconds, and it jumps to a new ad. You can't even skip the next ad.
And it's all about those really awkward sexually transmitted disease, like, you know, medications. I have herpes, but I don't let it hold me down.
Yeah.
And he puts his hand on some girl's shoulder. Every day I wake up and I know I'm ready to take on the world. That's why I take Valtrex. Valtrex clears up the mess.
They say it's all about suppression.
So I was so proud of these lasagna. I was like, you know what? If I'm making one giant fucking lasagna, because I got the giant trays, I was like, I'm making 2. And I made 2 of the biggest lasagnas ever made. I loaded them. There was so much love I poured into them. I was so proud of them.
So much
50 pounds of pure lasagna.
It was insane. It was a lot of meat and vegetables and cheese. It was huge. And I brought a whole tray to my neighbors. You know, my neighbors next door, they've done a lot for us. You know, look out for the house when we're not here. Like, they're really nice people. Brought them a tray of it, you know. And then
his neighbor threw his back out carrying the tray.
No. Found out like a few days later, his mom passed away. You know,
Because of your lasagna?
You killed her.
No, not because of my lasagna.
You
No,
murdered
she
your
had-
neighbor's mother with lasagna.
She
Suddenly, one of her eyes was missing, and then she was dead.
No. She was like walking her dog somehow, and the dog like pulled her, and she fell and hit her head and died. It was really sad. She's elder, very old.
Her last words:
very
"There
old
was
couple.
too much lasagna." Fucking neighbors.
Turns out, the neighbor told me that he had brought them the lasagna that night, and that was the last thing she ate. You know,
You did kill her.
I didn't kill her. It was very touching.
So when do you open a church now? Because you're like a prophet.
The church.
Yeah, they choked on a chunk.
No, they didn't choke. It was very nice that that I got to share that with her. But anyway, you all ruined it. You're all
Maybe I should wear my teeth. No, Grandma, that's okay. You don't need it. It's really chunky. Okay.
You gotta walk off this chunk of lasagna.
It's lodged in my throat. I'll be okay. Come on,
See,
Mittens.
whether or not the lasagna was the culprit, she felt bad. She ate that lasagna, and she had to go for a walk.
I worry about that.
She haunts your house now.
Yeah.
I worry about that. I worry, is it because of lasagna that she felt like she needed to go for a walk? I do worry about that. I feel bad.
100%. That's why you should feel bad about yourself giving
But then
away
again,
free food like that.
I did make another lasagna a couple weeks ago. I make
Now Lisa's in the hospital. Oh my god.
No, but I didn't realize instead of 1 pound blocks of cheese, I was using 2 pound blocks of cheese. So I ended up putting 4 pounds of mozzarella cheese in one regular size lasagna. It was not a good look in the bathroom that night.
Gross.
Oh, you killed her with a heart attack.
I killed
Murdered.
No, this was the lasagna I ate like a couple weeks ago, and I that was when I was really hungover. Remember, Bobby? And I said I'm making a lasagna tonight.
Death by DG.
Oh,
that night is when I made the lasagna with the 4 pounds of cheese in it that I ate. And then,
so here's something else that happened that night. You sent dick pics to my wife.
No, I didn't.
Whoa.
Yes, you did.
That happens to you too?
Yes, you did. Yeah, you sent pictures of a dick to my wife.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
What are you talking about?
Yes, you did. It wasn't your dick, to be fair, but it was still pictures of a dick.
Was it yours?
No, I didn't share that.
It's a
file
graduation photo. Some guy named Richard. He goes, Richard Dick.
It was Dick. It was just Dick. It was just Nightwing.
I sent her a picture of Azalea and a cat carrier.
You may have sent that also. That was later. That was you were sober then.
Hey, Bobby, tell your wife to save that. That's blackmail fuel right there.
No, then it was there's a couple of giraffes, there's some essential oils, and then there's Azalea in a crate.
It was that dude, man. Like that dude that's always like sitting around with his
on the
dick
couch.
Yes.
Oh, that's not a dick pic. No,
What would you say?
Lowry. The last thing I sent her was Lowry, bad news man. I broke your statue. What's this card for? I think she lied to you.
I was sitting right here. She was like, "What is this?"
I don't. I do. Maybe I must have sent it to our chat. I don't have an individual.
Maybe you were fucked up.
I think I sent it to the chat.
It's
not in an individual message, and it's not in an individual PM. Yes, I was. That was the night that we told that guy to hammer his cabinet to his own head and jump in a dumpster.
I still don't know if I'm going to put that out even on the Uncut.
You have to.
Oh God! Let me. So I can play a clip of
it. Definitely play it.
Hold on a second. Let me find it. Yeah, this is it. I'm not gonna play all of it.
We're criticizing somebody's display, and it's really the worst display anybody's ever seen. Don't worry, no one's listening. The silence is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Well, sorry, I can't play it then. I was.
Can't you have a speakerphone?
Yeah, but it's like yeah, it's hard to explain, but no, I can't play it. That's interesting though. Sorry. Maybe it'll be on the Patreon. I haven't decided yet because it's pretty brutal, and it's here's the thing about it. I didn't even mean it. It's just Robert got me started, and then he started laughing at what I was saying, and then I couldn't stop myself.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I told the guy to grab himself by his collar and jump in the dumpster. And then you told him to nail his own display to his fucking forehead and jump in the dumpster. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to find this clip.
Yeah, you might be able to find it. I can send it to you again, probably.
Yeah, send it to me right now. Because I got to scroll.
Okay, but don't play the whole thing. Don't play the whole thing. See, I don't know if I should trust you.
Copyright. Hit him with the copyright, Bobby.
Yeah.
Copy wrong.
But it was just like I think I was actually I might even been a little frustrated with Laura because she wasn't getting involved. Like she was like everybody was like laying back and like nobody really wanted to like dig in, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have my way with this shit. And then when I started, then it got dumb.
She's like, oh my god, oh no.
Oh wait,
just
no,
was like burn
one.
your fucking house down.
I sent the wrong one to you, Robert. Hold on, I'm sending the other.
Thanks.
It doesn't matter. We should just continue with the show.
Okay. Yeah, we ruined it already. It's gonna suck now.
Oh no, here it is. But I'll send it. If it comes through, then cool. If not,
so don't play the whole thing. Play it from where?
I don't know. Just play the first couple of seconds, but it's still sending. So I would say don't worry about it.
Okay.
Sorry for derailing.
Oh, it's fine.
Oscar's fault.
Yes, absolutely. But I guess we could just call it here because this bro's got to get up fucking early as shit tomorrow morning. So as always, you can check out our friends over at Enter the Realm and, of course, Nerd Rage Radio and For Dummies that Robert's a part of. And you could also check out T2RX6's channel and I guess mine. I don't know where I'm going to upload my cartoons from now on. I have no fucking clue. But yeah, check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/shatteredcast. And that's about it. So for the sake of Primus, please collect responsibly, be good to yourselves and each other, and be good people. Until then,
shut the fuck up,
Bobby.
Chip.
Bobby. Shut the fuck up, Bobby.
My fault.
Stop breaking my toys, Bobby.